Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman, where comedians discuss their pets and their love lives. Heavy Petting. Welcome to Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman. Today's guest is Duante Suitman Barnett. How are you, Duante?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's not raining in Seattle. That's always a good day, right?
No, we don't know how to act. Oh, wait, that's the wrong side. All right, so I hear you got a pet over there.
Yeah, Dinah, we got a kitten. She just ran away. Hold on.
Oh, that's what kittens do. I know.
Yeah, bring me Dinah. Can you bring me Dinah, Garrett?
If it's going to be a while, you can just talk about her and we'll eventually catch her.
She's a little black cat. She's got a little white spot on her. My roommate finally decided to get a cat for a kid. So we have Dinah, who's a little black cat. She's crazy. She's a biter and a scratcher. Like you're not doing anything wrong to her. She actually just bites you. She bit me a little earlier. I think I've got a little red mark. She might have clawed my face because she was
She
clawing
bit your face. Were you holding her?
No, she's a crawler. If I could get her back here, I literally had her for like 30 minutes, purring her butt off. Everything was perfect. You know how it is. It's like kids. Cats are like kids. They do their own thing. When you're all ready to have them or want them to do something, they're like, I'm good.
That's true. I know for sure that my pets will stop doing whatever they're doing that's cute when I get my camera out.
Dinah. We'll see.
All right. So how did they come up with or how did whoever come up with the name Dinah?
So my roommate Jade and them, they named it Dinah after her Dinah motorcycle.
Oh.
No, she went out. I was trying to get her. Oh, there we go. They're bringing her back. Can you bring her back? Yeah. She's getting TV time.
Celebrity.
No, she had a dog beforehand. She had a boxer dog that we had, and then they got the cat, and the cat is learning. I forgot what it was like having a cat. Like they're fucking crazy. Dinah, there she is. Come here, short stuff. Come here. Oh, now she just wants to look at me and lay on my floor. Yeah, my belt's more important right now. If I could turn, I could almost pick up my camera and turn and Dinah, come here. Hold on. I think I can grab her. Stand by. Hold on. Should I grab her?
Sure. We'll see how that goes.
Oh shit, we lost lights. We kicked shit over. Yeah. Everything went bad. That was not my best idea of the day, I think. Yep, there she is. Hold on. Nope. She's playing a game. That's like I have a kid here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I get it.
She decided this was a game. There we go. We got the light.
We can just keep talking. Eventually, she may come in there. If not.
Well, that's the funny part is I literally had her okay and sitting here and was ready to do the interview and had everything going the way I wanted it to and looked over and we got started and the kids came home and everybody came home and I was like, oh shit. And now my light fell. I'm feeling old. How about that? Is that the better answer?
Now you look much clearer or whatever. That light does a big.
Yeah, it's an amazing difference. I got the microphone.
It really is. Wow.
I got the light. I got it all set up.
Is like a light or just a lamp?
It's a LED lamp, but it's one of the line ones, so it can lean, and it I don't know, it was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it really makes you look a lot clearer.
Yeah, it's the camera, I think. No, but she's at that young age. I mean, if you've ever had a kitten, they're fucking crazy at this age.
How old is she? Like teeny tiny kitten or just kind of in between kitten?
No, she's you'll see here in a second if I can get her. Hold on. She's close. Stand by. Hold on. We're getting her this time. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh! Yay!
Here's the best part. Is if I get her close enough and she sits
Oh,
still.
she's cute.
I got a little black cat.
Okay,
Oh,
well, we
she's
saw her. We saw
yeah,
her.
yeah. She doesn't want to sit still right now. I swear to God, about a half hour ago, she was fine. She wanted to
Well,
purr. I would have got her to purr on camera, and she was loving me. And now she's like, "Screw you!" I found some plastic. Yeah, she found a piece of plastic. That's what it is.
and everybody came home, so that got her riled up, probably.
Yeah, maybe. She's just a little shit. I mean, I think she's. That's why I'm a cat person. Actually, that's a good.
Are
That's a
you a
good thing to
cat
talk
person?
about. I'm not a. I've never owned a dog. I grew up in like Seattle, so I've had weird pets like tarantulas, turtles, right? Goldfish. I had I had two tarantulas named Ted, actually. Me and the turtle Ted too. Everything's got to be mnemonic. And I'm a little special if you didn't know. Yeah, I'm a little Asperger's, but so it's been different. This cat, I like cats because their personality is there. A dog has personality, but they're relying on you, and a cat's relying on you too. But like a dog waits for you to get home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a love, there's an attachment, there's a control over a dog you have that you don't have over a cat. A cat's like, fuck you. Where's my is my food dish done? And if you don't feed them, they're gonna piss on your stuff and shit on your stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. Like a cat has attitude. When I think about a dog is just a little bit more.
They're kind of needy.
Yeah,
It's kind of like dating a needy person. That's such a turnoff, to me it is, or it was.
no, it is. It is. I mean, it isn't, and it is. Like when you're needy in private, that's okay. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
needy in public and all the time, like we're me,
Mm-hmm.
I need to
Yeah.
be able to have my personality and go out and have fun and go to a party and let you go left and me go right and know at 11:45 we're meeting back here to get back in the pumpkin, right? I got to make it home before 12. I don't want to, turn into Duante. I'm trying to be Suitman. I get too many drinks into me. I turn into Duante. That's a problem. You know what I'm talking about. But I look at it and I'm just like this. That's why I think I like cats. You could leave a cat for 4 or 5 days. Just clean the cat box before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Put out a ton of food. Put out a ton of water. Cat will be fine. You do that with a dog. He's like a teenager. He's like an immature guy, right? He's literally gonna eat all this food the first day, right? He's gonna he's gonna eat as much as I can. He's probably gonna puke it up because he overate himself, right? You can't. He's not gonna ration, is what I'm getting. And so and I'm not saying I don't know if the intelligence is any higher in either or, because the intelligence of some of these dogs and what they can do compared to a cat that just looks at you and goes, I have personality. I don't have to be smart. Right? There's a difference. So I look at a dog's like an athlete. It's very well trained. It has some skills. A cat's a comic like us. I've got personality. You want me to work out and follow the rules? Fuck you. I'm sassy. Remember, I'm Sazzle Pants. That's who I am. I'm not.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
you get a guard cat. I don't know. Have you ever seen the savannas?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what a Savannah cat is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, or a feral cat. So feral cats and Savannah cats are like small dogs. Well, not small dogs. I'd say medium dogs. So they're usually like 50 to 60 pounds and 3 to 4 feet high. And that's a guard cat. Like those
Oh.
Savannah cats are huge. They're
Huh.
you've never heard of a
I've seen
Savannah?
pictures of people holding like big, huge cats, and I was like, I'm sure that's probably fake or something. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a serval cat and Savannah cat. So Savannah cats are the hybrid. The serval cats the full breed,
Mm.
and they get about to 3 feet high. I looked it up while I was looking. They're about 26 pounds. Like they're good.
Are like they domesticated, or are they just some kind of wildcat?
The Savannah cat, it's in between. It's kind of like domesticating a wolf, right? Like it's still a wild animal. It still has the wild genes, but it's part cat, house cat. You get what I mean? Like they're
Right.
not really.
I don't know.
The
That
funny
sounds like
part
a
is I'm
little.
allergic to cats, right? So I usually don't let her in here. I'll hang out with Dinah for a little bit, and now she just wants to lay over everything. Like I had one of my cats when I was married slept on my face. Do you know what happened? Woke up with a swollen eye.
Oh, yeah.
I woke up and Coco was sleeping on my face. And I was just like, what the heck? Oh, yeah, I got to get her out of here. She's about to break my shit. Hold on. Let me close the door. Damn cat. Hold on. I'm done with her. She's clawing at my clothes. She's
Yeah.
about to get a hold of a tie. You know, I'm not made. There's a reason why I'm a bachelor. And I said I'm sharing the pet because I don't know. I think the only pet I can get is something that goes in a tank.
You can keep it contained at least, right? I know.
Yeah.
We have a new kitty. I mean, she's new to us. We got her, I think, December, and she's still like a baby. But every day she steals my makeup sponge.
She's still
Like,
what?
she steals my makeup sponge. So every day it's like, there it is on the living room floor, and then it's yeah. So.
And that's I think that's also the fun part about cats is if you live somewhere, they hunt for you. Like if you got an outdoor cat, because I've had friends who have outdoor cats, and they bring you back a bird, and they make offerings. You know what I mean? Like the cats are kind of cool. Like they're happy with you. So one day they bring you a squirrel, and they're like, "Hey, I killed a squirrel. Did you see that?" And I'm not going to eat the squirrel. I still want my canned food. I'm not a wild animal, but I killed it. You know.
Yeah.
And those are the cats I love because like I don't know, the beat up, scarred up, you know, the cat that you know is holding its own and earn it, like living. That's a real cat, an outdoor cat in the woods. Those are the cats that are living like free range life. You just don't see them for a day or two.
Yeah.
I'm a cat fan, if you can't tell. I want a bird, but I don't think owning birds is nice.
Birds, they're dirty. They like poop a lot all over stuff.
Now again, I said I wouldn't own a bird. I said I like them. I love birds, but I don't think the idea of caging them up and owning a bird is quite right. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a goldfish is different. I'm torn on the whole SeaWorld thing and the orcas after watching Blackfish. Like I don't know how I feel about that anymore. But you can't cage a bird except for a parakeet. Like a talking bird, those are kind of cool. Till they tell on you and like you're a jackass or you stole that joke. Suitman sucks. Like that'd be fucked up. Like to be doing my show right now and then be like, Cheri, Suitman stole your joke. And just, you know what I mean? They talk. They actually have a personality,
snitches.
Right? Yeah. Snitches get stitches. Isn't that what they say? I think my favorite pet though I've ever had, like my favorite all time, was the first turtle I had on my own. Because I take that back. It was Sandy. I had a bearded dragon named Sandy, right? And to watch that guy eat, that was weird. Because he doesn't really move in his cage, and we had like a huge area for him, and he was nice and slow. And you put them crickets in there, and then what was the thing he liked? He liked the roaches. There's a certain kind of roach I got that like didn't spread or anything. But the Dubai roaches, they're huge. They get like about that big. And to see him eat them, and it was like watching Discovery Channel, you know what I mean? Because it's stalking it, and sometimes he'd eat them all, and he'd be hungry, so he'd eat 5 or 6, and then he'd let some of them walk around, and then he'd be sitting there all day, and they'd forget, and they'd walk by, and he'd be like, and he'd eat, you know what I mean? Like, just, it's fucked up. And then I had the turtle. I used to put goldfish in with the turtle because he's a pretty big turtle. And that was the same thing because he's a different type of hunter. He can't swim and catch them. So that was kind of cool because you literally had to like sit there and get stoned and have like a couple hours to wait and watch because you never know when he's going to get something. And the worst is I'd get bored and you'd come back and 10 minutes later you just see a fin, right? Shit, I missed it. Like I missed the whole kill. That's the best part of the movie. I shouldn't have went and got popcorn. Sorry. I digress.
Oh, all right. Well, the show is heavy petting.
Uh-oh.
So I got to always give a little disclaimer because sometimes the young people don't know what heavy petting means.
You know, it's go ahead.
Back in my day, heavy petting was a euphemism for making out, going to third base. I lost your camera. There you are. You know, if you let a boy touch you down there, it was heavy petting. But for the purposes of this show, it has to do with dating, relationships, sex, anything like that. So I always like to ask if you have an amusing story you could share with us in
I,
that
I've got a
realm.
ton. So I didn't. I just recently, when I became divorced, I started dating again, right? And one of the things that happened is I went through. I got diagnosed with ADHD. I got diagnosed not ADHD, but anxiety and PTSD, and finding out I'm Asperger's, right? And so I think back on some of the relationships I've had because I look normal, right? I seem like a jerk. You've seen me in real life, right? But when you get to know me, I think you've noticed I'm not normal. I'm usually quite, you know what I mean? It's all the front, right? And so I think the one of the funniest, I got two stories that kind of correlate. And the one was, so I went to Vegas, right? And this little girl, she's like 5 foot nothing. She's got a little Asian friend with her. She's like 5 foot nothing. Like, I'm bigger than both of them combined. And I told you I'm not that smart, right? I wasn't paying attention. And they talked to me for like an hour. We had drinks. We had a good time. And then the people showed up. So it was time for me to people watch because I told you, I'm a little weird. I'm going to watch everybody and walk around and see who's there and get comfortable. And then I got to study it for 5 or 10 minutes before I talk to you. Are you worth my time? Are you having everybody buy you drinks? Now that I explain these things, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking weird. I've been weird this whole time. I just didn't know it, right? But so I get drunk. We're like 2, 3 hours into the party. And the girl walks up to me and she goes, "Are you gay?" What? She goes, "Are you gay?" No. She's like, "Well, why didn't you hit on me?" Huh? She said, "I was hitting on you for like an hour and you didn't say anything and whatever." And oh, well, what's up now? It's too late now. Fuck you, buddy. And just stormed off, right? And I learned if a woman's flirting with you and you don't pick up on it, oh, well, you might as well call her ugly or fat because that means you didn't, you know what I mean? Like I was showing I didn't know I wasn't paying attention, or I'm deaf and I don't hear anything, or we're in a club, so I probably didn't hear half the conversation. I'm just nodding along. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Right. And then the other funny one was I had a lady who I was hanging out with and we're playing dominoes and I was planning on going home and we're sitting there and, I noticed the little things. So she got up and she locked her front door and I looked at her. She's like, "Yeah, don't make this awkward. Take off your clothes. Go in the bedroom. You're staying the night." Oh, all right. You know what I mean? Like, I got the permission slip. I guess that's a go, right? And it's just, I'm not good at reading signs, right? And then the funny part for me is most people, if I think they're hitting on me, oh, they're just being friendly. So that's the worst part is most of the time when I really think I'm clicking with somebody or I think they're, you know what I mean? I meet somebody by chance or in public and they're really nice to me and I think we're getting along. Oh, that's just, oh, I have a boyfriend. You're a very nice person though. And I'm, oh, or the best I get is I usually hit on the stripper. I don't know why that is, but if there's a stripper in the bar, I'm the one that's going to hit on her. And I
You
don't
mean
know.
not actively stripping? She just happens to be a stripper. And
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If there's a stripper at a bar not working, I don't go to strip clubs. I don't watch porn. I'm actually kind of a prude, right? But if there's a stripper or something like that at a bar, I'll find her and be the one to hit on her. I don't know why. That's been my proven, and I'm just like, it sucks. You know what I mean? Like you get better at it.
Well, you probably get you probably that's interesting that you don't really like get the signals accurately. So that's got to be make navigating a little difficult for sure.
Yeah. So I was late to a booty call a couple of weeks ago, and do you know what happens when you're late to a booty call? Becomes
What?
somebody else's booty call. Walked in and somebody else was there, and I was, oh, okay, I guess this expired about an hour ago. My bad. You know what I mean? Like, just had nothing to say. The person had told me they'd be home, and I said, all right. And I'd been told before the door would be unlocked, and there's nobody else that should be there. Whenever you come over, door and walked in, sure shit, somebody was there. So, oh, oops, shit, bye. Turn right, walk right back out, right?
Wow.
Like, how do you respond? What do you do? How do you respond, right? And then like I think I've had some funny dates. I've had some horrible fucking dates. Like, what was it? 2 years ago, right after New Year's, right? I was getting off my anxiety meds. I'd stopped taking them, which probably is hard to do, especially when you go cold turkey. and I decided to go on this date. And this girl invited me to a brewery, and she brought her dog, and they got Scrabble and Uno and all this, and she was talking shit to me and said she wanted to play Scrabble. You know how big of a nerd I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good idea with me. And then I'm gonna talk some shit, right? And then right. And so and then she was talking shit like jokingly, but she was like, "Are you sure you can read? Are you sure you can spell?" Playing all the black jokes to me, so I was talking shit back, right? And we're comedians. When we talk shit, you gotta tell us to stop if it's hurting your feelings, or we'll just keep going. I don't have the social cues to see these things, right? And so we got done with the date, and on the way out, I told the guy how to go. I said, I won 442 to 127. It was close, right? And you didn't have to say that. Why are you revving it in? I said, well, I mean, this is going to happen all the time. You got to get used to getting your ass kicked. I mean, fuck, what do you want me to say, right? And I talked to her the next day, and she told me, she was like, yeah, I told all my friends. I told my mom. They're like, you're mean. What? They're like, yeah, you're mean. You didn't have to embarrass me and be so competitive. And I'm an athlete. I told you I was a nerd. I warned you. Like you shouldn't have engaged if you weren't able to, right? And it was just like I didn't. Hey, you take it for what it is. Like I had an interview once, and I was interviewing for a teaching position at the college, and I jokingly brought up how I once got taught that sales is like dating. You know, it's you just walk up to one person and ask them if they're interested, and you can focus on that all your whole night, or you can ask everybody in the bar, which is going to probably get you better odds. And they're like, well, that was highly inappropriate. You couldn't tell you offended this. I didn't know I offended her. It was just something simple, and that was not HR appropriate. It's sales. Like we're talking about sales. Never mind. But I got fired for telling a lady at my job because we did like the sales thing at the banker, right? And you go to these sales meetings, right? And you get the dinner or whatever. And I had been drinking for free, so I was a little hammered. And the regional VP was a friend of mine because our kids played football together. So I actually knew her and hung out with her husband at the football games and talked all the time. And she was white. He's a dark-skinned black guy. And we get this cheesecake. And it's a dark chocolate cheesecake. And the girls were like, oh my God, who would like this? This is too chocolatey. And I'm drunk. And I was like, well, Alyssa will like it. Her husband's chocolate and motherfucker. Right? And I started busting out laughing. It was not appropriate, probably, right? And I got in trouble for that one. And I don't know. I guess that's the coping mechanism I have is I laugh. And like I watched, there's one woman who I was trying to talk to, and she's like, her dog died. And then the next day, her other dog died. And I was, that sucks. And she's like, did you just laugh? I was, well, no, I mean, yeah. I mean, fuck you. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's and then it goes back to the whole learning you got Asperger's thing. That's my nervous tick. When things aren't comfortable to me, or I laugh at the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then being this big, you're not supposed to laugh at your old lady. You don't laugh at a date. Like I had one woman I was trying to explain something to, and I was like, so I said, I can't even remember what I was talking about, but I said, do you know what this words mean? And I said, well, and I explained the word. And then we talked the next day, and she's like, you're condescending. Did you really ask me what the word meant? And even though I didn't know it, I could have looked it up myself, and that's not condescending. I just want to make sure we're on the page at the same time, right? But my lack of social cues, why'd you give me that look?
You do appear a little bit brusque sometimes. like if I was a single person, I'd be afraid to date you because I'd be afraid of what you would say to me. As your friend, I don't give a shit. I can just give it right back to you and we're cool, you know. But yeah, I can see that. But you know,
find somebody who's a little tougher, right?
Right. That's what I was just gonna say. The right person will be able to deal with it. It's like, oh, yeah, she'll flip it right back to you, and it'll be cool.
Well, and I think the worst date though I had, I went on a date, right? And I met this girl. We were in Federal Way, and we met, and we were having a good time. And she's like, "Will you buy me a drink?" And I didn't even buy a drink. I had ordered coffee. I think you know this about me. I drink coffee a lot, right? And people are you drinking coffee? Yeah, I love coffee. And I was like, and I've got this. I don't like the idea of just having to buy you a drink to talk to you. Does that make any sense? Like I don't like that transactional idea of this is how we're meeting and how I get to know you because I bought you a drink and I saw 7 other guys bought you a drink and there's a whole never mind. But so I didn't buy her a drink, whatever. We still had a good time. I drank my coffees. Her friends were there, and one of the guys was like, "Hey, we're all partying at
Hey,
my
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So when a girl asks you, will you buy me a drink? How do you say no?
Depends. Now, let's play this scenario out. Do we just meet, Cheri? Me and you were talking. We've been talking for 5 minutes, and you're like, "Hey, why don't you buy me a drink and we'll talk?" And I'm good. If I got to buy you a drink to talk to you, I'm good. I would have probably bought you one here in a minute when I went to the bar to get me one if this conversation went well. But the preface that you need me to buy you a drink or want me to buy you a drink, I'm good. And that just be where it ends.
No, I get it. I just was curious how you actually did it.
that's just where it ends with me. You know what I mean? Like I just shut it down real quick. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm also the type that if I take you on a date, I'm probably planning on paying, and I don't like to go on dates unless I have money. You know what I mean? Like I'm old fashioned in that sense. So I've never really taken advantage of a woman financially or been given money or any. I don't know. I don't understand. Never mind. So you get what I mean? Like I just don't understand it. And so we decided we were going to go to the party. I said, yeah. She got in my car. I said, okay. And so we stopped at the gas station. This is the most pettiest shit I think I've ever done. No, she's drunk. She's like, you need anything at the store? And I'm like, no, I got my weed and my Swishers. I'm good. She's like, you sure you don't want any beers? Yeah, I don't really drink. I'm driving. Yeah, whatever. And I think she was, again, trying to get me to buy something, which, case in point, she calls her bank. And she puts in her numbers. And it says she has like $3.47 in there. And she decided to still go in there and buy a beer. So I decided it was my best financial decision to leave her ass there and went home and ended the date right there. And somebody was like, that's mean. No, it's not. Her friends live right down the street. She lived 2 blocks away. She was in walking distance. If you're spending your last $3 on some 40s, we got different ideas of what this relationship's going to be like. This don't work for me.
Well, all righty then.
I know have you seen the show Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched that and I just identified with that in so many fucking ways, right? Especially the one guy who was like, I want to be a husband because I'm going to be a great husband, and when I get a wife, and I'm not that far like down the rabbit hole, but I kind of understood him. Yeah, right. And then it was just like some of the interactions. Like I was over there crying watching the show because I've had that happen to me and not understand. Like even in comedy, I don't really understand some of the conflicts I get into or what I'm dealing with, right? And it fucks with me. And then if I don't understand it or can't get perspective on something, I can't let it go. And most people don't really. I mean, I think they're figuring out, and the ones that know, they use it against me, right? But a lot of people are figuring out this fucker's weird. He's not as normal as he looks. I just look like this, right? And so it's been like, even right now, I think this has been the best time dating in my life because I'm not trying to date, and I'm happy being single. And I've been going on dates where there's no expectation. You're just hanging out. Just meet up for some drinks and have some good conversation and go your separate way. And there doesn't have to be romance at the end of it, right? And I think getting old. I sound like an old man at 39, right? I just want somebody to wipe my ass one day. That's all I'm worried about. I've had a whole bunch of surgeries, right? But no, it's different, you know what I mean? And then with what we do, and as a producer, you see a ton of people, and you've got to keep your image, and you can't just date anybody, and you can't, you know what I mean? You can't date your coworkers.
You got to be with somebody who can handle, being talked about on stage or seeing you interacting with a lot of other people,
Yeah. I'm going to be flirtatious. I'm fucking Suitman. I'm the host and the producer, and I'm going to say hi, and I'm going to give hugs, and I'm going to say hello. And yeah, a ton of beautiful women are going to see me and know me, and I'll do the YouTube videos. So they know me all over the place when I go places now, right? You got to be okay with that. You got to know that when I come home, I'm Duante and I'm yours.
Yeah.
When I leave, I'm Suitman. You know what I mean?
Right. All right, Suitman. So tell me what you got going on and where people can find you.
Everything I do is on suitmancomedy.com. Like this little having this guest appearance here is on suitmancomedy.com. The schedule, all our shows is on there. Everything is on there. Also, my biggest thing is I'm doing 2 new shows that are really huge. I do Autastic Artist, where we highlight other artists that are on the spectrum, whether that be writers, cooks, magicians, comedians, just talking about like kind of some of the stuff I talked about here. Just, you know what I mean? Like you said, I can be brass sometimes. I can be weird. It makes sense. You're like, I kind of understand you better, right? And then the other one is we do a show once a month called Dating with Disabilities. It's the first Sunday of the month also. And that's a transcontinental podcast. We talk with people in the UK and people here. Everybody has a mental or physical disability or both. Like me, I'm also partial deaf, right? And so it's like we did our first show was about firsts. And like it could be your first kiss, your first crush. The one lady, Jane Jarrett, told us about she was emailing her first crush in 5th grade, which was fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? Like in 5th grade, are you checking your email? I couldn't imagine how, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? Like,
Right.
I've met Andrew. I could see Andrew saying, "Hey, I like somebody. I want to send him an email." And I said, "Suitman, I want to send Suitman an email." He doesn't check his email. All right, sure, go ahead, send the email. Hopefully, he'll check it and respond, right? Like, but that's the same mentality. You know what I mean? The same understanding we have of some social constructs for us is very similar, and it's just like we don't get some things. I don't get having to say hello to people. I don't. You saw me. I don't want to say hello. If I don't want to fucking say hello, I don't want to say hello. Hi. You're not going to speak? No, I don't fucking like you. I don't feel like fucking talking. Never mind. Oops, sorry. Duante came out. Turn on Suitman, right? Everything's on suitmancomedy.com. This weekend, though, last one is Sunday. We got Soul Sister Sundays, our Black Showcase. We do that every Sunday. Every second Saturday, we do Raw Comedy. You've been on that. I'll get you on that again. And then those local, we're doing our first live show at Lo-Fi. We'll be doing a show at the end last Friday of every month at Lo-Fi in Seattle, Lo-Fi Performance Gallery. So that's about it.
Great. All right. Well, thank you for being on. I'll see you around. I know I'm always running into you here and there. Thanks for always being supportive of my comedy as well. And,
I gotta get you. I got a new show for you.
What?
Cougars in Captivity. I gotta get you on there. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I didn't know you didn't know. I got you though. I got something else for you. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Well, thanks. Let's just end this live and then we're gonna go away. So bye.
Bye, sunshine. Have a good day.
You too.
Heavy petting.
Yeah, weird.